Good afternoon, all of you. Welcome back again. In this session, we will learn, we will see the possible graphs of quadratic polynomials. Okay, so basically, in general, there are three possibilities. The quadratic polynomial can be drawn depending upon whether the given quadratic polynomial is factorizable or not. So, in our first condition, that is when the quadratic polynomial is factorized into two distinct zeros, or you can say roots. That means if there are two distinct roots of quadratic polynomials are there, then depending upon the coefficient of x square, that is the sign it bears, coefficient of x square, that is a, the sign it bears, uh, then it will decide whether it will open upwards or downwards the parabola. See, like this. For example, also if the current polynomial, the given polynomial has two distinct roots, then it will cut the x-axis or intersect the x-axis at two different points or two different coordinates, right? So, for example, if I say if the sign of coefficient of x square is positive, then parabola will open upwards. Similarly, if the sign of coefficient of x square, that is a, is negative, then it will open downwards. So I will write the general equation of quadratic polynomial, that is f of x is ax square plus bx plus c. So we have talking about this coefficient, that is a. So in our first case, that is if a is positive, then the graph of the polynomial shall be look like this. It may or may be uh, the roots of the equation, roots of this polynomial both are positive. In this I have drawn on one on the negative x-axis and one on the positive x-axis. It is also possible like this. Okay, also it can be possible that both the roots are negative. So in both the cases it is opening upward, right? I think this is clear. If a is positive greater than 0. Okay, now what about case when a is negative? Okay, we'll see this also. That is, if a is negative, then it will open downwards like this, or it can go like this. Please mind the space, right? Three cases are possible. So I think this is clear for you. We move into our next case, that is when our first case was when quadratic polynomials has two distinct roots, and second case is when the quadratic polynomial has two equal roots or two equal zeros. In this case, the graph of the polynomial shall or will just touches the x-axis. It may open upwards or it may open downwards, right? Depending upon the coefficient sign of the coefficient of x square, that is a. So if a is positive, then it will be like this. It can be on the negative x-axis or it can be at the origin also. So depending upon the case, I have just drawn it just for the instance. So in case if a is negative, then parallel will be open downward. Okay, think this is clear, right? Now our third case is when the quadratic polynomial can't be factorized. So in that case, what will happen? The graph of the quadratic polynomial shall never touch or will never intersect the x-axis, right? It will remain above or below the x-axis depending upon the sign of the coefficient of x square, that is a. So in our first case, if a is positive, the graph of the quadratic polynomial shall be go like this. You can say it can be go like this, or it can intersect the y-axis as well. So three cases are possible. Similarly, if a is negative, what will happen? It will open downwards but remain below the x-axis. It can go like this, it can go like this, or it can go like this also, right? So in this session we have learned the three different possible cases for the graph of the quadratic polynomial. That can be possible depending upon whether the quadratic polynomial is factorizable or not. I hope this will be helpful for your preparation of